Good morning. Now we are going to discuss about the gross performance of Indian states in agriculture. So we are discussing about the regional disparity in growth. We have discussed the differences in growth performance of different states in the previous classes. Now we are going to discuss about the growth performance of Indian states in agriculture. കാർഷിക മേഖലയിലെ ഇന്ത്യൻ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിൻ്റെ വളർച്ചാ നിരക്കിനെ കുറിച്ച് നമ്മൾ ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. So, for understanding the pattern of growth rate in different states of the country, the whole agricultural growth period is divided into 3 sub-periods. So, for understanding the agriculture growth in India, we are dividing the period into 3 sub-periods. The first period is covering from 1771 to 1970-71 to 1980-81. That is the first called as the first phase of Green Revolution. So there are mainly 3 sub-periods for understanding the growth performance of Indian states. First sub-period covers from 1970-71 to 1980-81, and that period is called as the first phase of Green Revolution. Then comes the second period, which covers the period 1980-81 to 1990-91, and that can be termed as the second phase of Green Revolution. So the second sub-period is the period 1980-81 to 1990-91, which is called as the second phase of Green Revolution. And here comes the third sub-period, and the third sub-period is from 1991-92 to 2005-06, and that can be termed as the post-reform period. So the third sub-period covers from 1991-92 to 2005-06, and that is termed as the post-reform period. So these are the 3 sub-periods through which we can explain or we can understand the growth performance of Indian agriculture. Let us go into the first period. So during the whole period, we can see that is the during the 3 whole periods, we can see that there was an agriculture growth of about 2.6% per annum in India. So that is the agricultural output of all crops in India has grown at a rate of 2.6% per annum. That is for the entire period, that is for the entire 3 periods, there was a growth in agricultural output to the tune of 2.6% per year. So mainly the growth rate was exhibited or shown by the states like Haryana, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Goa, Himachal Pradesh, then Manipur, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, etc. These states have grown at a faster rate than the All India average. So the All India average, we know that it was 2.6% per year or per annum. But some states in the country like then Haryana, then Maharashtra, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Goa, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, as well as Punjab has grown at a higher rate than 2.6% per year. So their growth rate was higher than 2.6%, which is the national average. And among these states, the highest growth rate was achieved by Haryana. That is the growth rate of Haryana in agricultural output was 3.46%. Then it was followed by Madhya Pradesh, that is 3.38%. Then Rajasthan, it was 3.36%. Then Goa, 3.3%. And West Bengal, that is 3.24%. So these states were having a growth rate of which is above the national growth rate or national average growth rate. But Jammu and Kashmir was lagging behind with a negative growth rate of minus 0.26%. So among the states, Jammu and Kashmir was showing a negative growth rate in agricultural output, that was only minus 0.26%. But otherwise all the states registered positive growth rate during the whole period. അങ്ങനെയല്ലായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ബാക്കി എല്ലാ സ്റ്റേറ്റുകളും പക്ഷേ ബാക്കി എല്ലാ സ്റ്റേറ്റുകളും പോസിറ്റീവ് ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റ് ആണ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്, ജമ്മു ആൻഡ് കാശ്മീർ ഒഴിച്ചിട്ട്. So now we are going for the first subperiod. Let us discuss about the growth rate of agricultural output for the states as well as the country for the first subperiod. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്കിനി ഫസ്റ്റ് സബ്പീരിയഡ് നോക്കാം. That is from 1970-71 to 1979-80. That is the first subperiod. And that is, let us look into the growth performance of the country as well as the states. So during the first phase, that is from 1970-71 to 1979-80, the All India growth rate was 1.88%. The All India growth rate during this phase was 1.88%. All India growth rate of agriculture output was only 1.88%. Among this, the topmost positions were held by states like Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab and Haryana. Manipur had a growth rate of 6.46%. Arunachal Pradesh had a growth rate of 5.9%. Maharashtra 5.78%. Punjab 5.43%. And Haryana 3.36%. These were the states which had occupied topmost positions in agricultural output during this period. So there were some other states which had shown lowest growth rate. They were Madhya Pradesh, then Kerala, Orissa, Bihar, Rajasthan in the same period. So Madhya Pradesh was having only a growth rate of minus 0.94%. Kerala was having only a growth rate of minus 0.8%. Orissa was having only a growth rate of 0.4%. Bihar was having a growth rate of 6.6%. Then Rajasthan was having a growth rate of 0.8% during the same period. So the states like Gujarat, Goa, West Bengal and Karnataka, they also have registered a higher growth rate than national average, except the top 5 states. The top 5 states like Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Maharashtra, Punjab, Haryana, they had a higher growth rate than the national average. So except the 5 states we have mentioned, the other states whose growth rate was higher than the national average were Gujarat, Goa, West Bengal and Karnataka. So these states also had a higher growth rate than the national average. Then comes the cases of other states like Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Tamil Nadu, Delhi. These states achieved modest growth rate. വലിയ താരതമ്യേന വലിയ കുഴപ്പമില്ലാത്തൊരു ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റാണ് ഈ സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങൾ ആന്ധ്രാപ്രദേശ്, ആസാം, ഹിമാചൽ പ്രദേശ്, ജമ്മു ആൻഡ് കാശ്മീർ, തമിഴ്നാടു ആൻഡ് ഡൽഹി ഹാസ് അച്ചീവ്ഡ് എ മോഡസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റ്. So we can say that this high rate of agricultural growth of output remained concentrated only in a few states. So this high rate was shown by only a few states. This growth rate concentrated only in a few states in the country. So the growth rate of majority of the states was around 2% per year during this period. So when we look into the growth rate of majority of the states, we can see that the growth rate was around 2% per year during this period. So that is the peculiarity of the first subperiod. Then comes the second subperiod, that is from 1980-81 to 1990-91. That was the pre-reform period. That is called the second phase of Green Revolution. That is from 1980-81 to 1990-91. That has been regarded as the second phase of Green Revolution. So you know that during the 80s, there were after the introduction of Green Revolution, there has been tremendous changes in agricultural output. The fruits of Green Revolution spread to almost all regions during the 1980s. So whatever fruits the Green Revolution bear, that was spread in almost all the states or almost all regions in the country during the 1980s. At the same time, in 1991, we know that the new economic reforms were introduced in the country, in all over India, and here there was a significant improvement in growth rate of agriculture sector, and there was a significant breakthrough in the agricultural sector during this period. That is from 1980-81 to 1990-91. So that is, there was an improvement, a remarkable improvement in the growth rate of agriculture output in India as well as in all other states. That is, we can see that the growth rate was 3.3 percentage during this period. So the all India level growth rate of agricultural output was 3.34 percentage during this period. And among the states, Tamil Nadu has attained the highest growth rate of 5.46 percentage. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ തന്നെ തമിഴ്നാടാണ് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റ് അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്തത് 5.46%. And except Tamil Nadu, there were some other top 5 states. They were West Bengal, then Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh. West Bengal had a growth rate of 5.25%. Rajasthan had a growth rate of 5.5%. Punjab had a growth rate of 4.9%. Then Haryana had a growth rate of 4.78% and Madhya Pradesh with a growth rate of 4.62%. And Tamil Nadu was the state which has achieved the highest growth rate with 5.46%. These top five states also had a higher growth rate: West Bengal, then Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh. Then comes other states like Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, etc. They also had some significant improvement in agriculture growth rate when compared to the previous period. So states like Andhra Pradesh, it had about 3.16% growth rate. Uttar Pradesh 3.14%. Then Kannada had a growth rate of 3.94%, and these were higher than the growth rate of the previous period. So we can see that the new technology had spread its good effects all over India, and the good effects of new technology spread to different regions without concentrating in some selected parts. അപ്പം എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രത്യേക പാർട്ടുകളിൽ പ്രത്യേക ഭാഗങ്ങളിൽ കോൺസെൻട്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാതെ ന്യൂ ടെക്നോളജി ഹാസ് സ്പ്രെഡ് ടു ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് പാർട്സ് ഓഫ് ദ കൺട്രി. So in India, the higher growth rate of agricultural output was contributed by West Bengal in eastern region. In different regions, the regional growth rate നമ്മൾ പറയാൻ പോകുന്നത്. So this higher growth rate was contributed by West Bengal of eastern region. Then in central region it was contributed by Rajasthan. In southern region it was contributed by Tamil Nadu. So these were the major states which had contributed to the regional growth rate. So regional growth rate വെസ്റ്റ് ബംഗാളാണ് ഈസ്റ്റേൺ റീജിയനിൽ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ നടത്തിയത്. സെൻട്രൽ റീജിയനിൽ രാജസ്ഥാനും ദെൻ സദേൺ റീജിയനിലും തമിഴ്നാടു were the states which have contributed to higher growth rate in the country. And when we compare the growth rates of the previous period, we can see that Bihar, Orissa, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh and Assam also registered higher growth rate of output, which is compared to the previous period. Kerala, Bihar, Orissa, Himachal Pradesh and Assam. These states also have shown a greater or higher growth rate when compared to the previous period. But some states like Maharashtra, Gujarat, Goa, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh and Delhi had shown a decline in growth rate. ഇപ്പം ചില സ്റ്റേറ്റുകളിൽ ദർ വാസ് എ ഡിക്ലൈൻ ഓർ റിഡക്ഷൻ ഇൻ ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റ് ഓഫ് അഗ്രികൾച്ചറൽ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട്. ദീസ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് വെയർ മഹാരാഷ്ട്ര, ഗുജറാത്ത്, ഗോവ, മണിപ്പൂർ, അരുണാചൽ പ്രദേശ് ആൻഡ് ഡൽഹി. ആൻഡ് among the above states, 3 states like Maharashtra, then Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh were the topmost position in the previous period. അപ്പോൾ ഈ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞ സ്റ്റേറ്റുകളിൽ പ്രീവിയസ് പീരീഡിൽ ടോപ്പ് മോസ്റ്റ് പൊസിഷനിൽ നിന്ന സ്റ്റേറ്റുകളാണ് ഈ മഹാരാഷ്ട്രയും മണിപ്പൂരും അരുണാചൽ പ്രദേശും. പക്ഷേ ഈ പീരീഡ് ആയപ്പോഴത്തേക്കും തെറ്റി ദർ വാസ് എ ഡിക്ലൈൻ ഇൻ ദ ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദീസ് 3 states. They were the states which were in the topmost position in the previous period, but during this period what has happened is that their growth rate has declined. Then we can also note another point is that an important point we have to notice is that the poorer states have grown quite well during this period. The poorer states of the country had grown with a greater speed during this period. But Gujarat and Delhi registered a negative growth rate. Gujarat and Delhi has registered a negative growth rate during this period. So one important point to be noted is that some poorer states have shown well or performed well during this period in agricultural output growth rate. Now we are going to the third sub-period. We can see that the third sub-period was from 1991-92 to 2005-06. That is the period which is called as post-reform period. post-reform period, that is in 1991-92 we have introduced the new economic policy, and this period from 1991-92 to 2005-06 is termed as the third period of Indian agricultural growth rate. So here there is a different scenario in agricultural output growth. We can see that there was a decline in the all India growth rate of output to 2%. So in the previous period it was 3.34 percentage. The agriculture growth rate of all India was 3.34 percentage. But what has happened is that now it has declined to 2 percentage. Most of the states have attained or experienced a severe setback in agriculture output. A severe decline in agriculture output was experienced by most of the states in the country. Almost all the states in the country has shown a decline in agricultural output. That is, there was a deceleration trend in agricultural growth rate during this period. Deceleration means decline. There was a deceleration trend, a declining trend in agricultural output during the period from the period of the post-reform period. Only some states like Maharashtra, Goa, Gujarat, Manipur and Delhi have improved their growth rate compared to previous period. അപ്പോൾ പ്രീവിയസ് പീരീഡായിട്ട് കമ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വളരെ കുറച്ച് സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങളാണ്, അതായത് മഹാരാഷ്ട്ര, ഗോവ, ഗുജറാത്ത്, മണിപ്പൂർ, ഡൽഹി എന്നീ സംസ്ഥാനങ്ങൾ മാത്രമാണ് അവരുടെ ഗ്രോത്തിൽ കുറച്ചെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഇമ്പ്രൂവ്മെൻറ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയത്. The top 3 states were Maharashtra, Gujarat and Goa. Maharashtra had a growth rate of 3.9%, Gujarat had a growth rate of 3.3%, and Goa had a growth rate of 3.1% during this period. Again, Jammu and Kashmir has achieved a negative growth rate during this period. ഈ പീരീഡിൽ ജമ്മു ആൻഡ് കാശ്മീരിന് വീണ്ടും ഒരു നെഗറ്റീവ് ഗ്രോത്ത് റേറ്റും ഉണ്ടാവുന്നു. അപ്പം ഈ സമയത്ത് നമുക്ക് എന്താ പറയാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്? ദ മോസ്റ്റ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ഫാക്ടർ വിച്ച് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ടഡ് ടുവേഴ്സ് ദ അഗ്രികൾച്ചറൽ ഡൗൺ ടേൺ or agricultural growth decline may be the result of the slowing down of food grain production in the post-reform period. അപ്പോൾ post-reform പീരീഡിൽ നമ്മുടെ ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടായ കുറവായിരിക്കാം പ്രധാനമായിട്ടും ഒരു അഗ്രികൾച്ചറൽ ഡൗൺ ടേൺ ഓർ ഡീസിലറേഷൻ ഓഫ് അഗ്രികൾച്ചറൽ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ഉണ്ടാകാനുള്ള പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാരണം എന്ന് പറയാം. നമുക്കറിയാം, ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് ദ ടോട്ടൽ ക്രോപ്സ് ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് നിയർലി 60% ഓഫ് ദ ടോട്ടൽ ക്രോപ്പ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ മൊത്തം ക്രോപ്പ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിൻ്റെ 60% ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻസ് ആണ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നത്. സോ മാത്രമല്ല, മെജോറിറ്റി ഓഫ് ദ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സ് ആർ ഡിപ്പെൻഡിങ് ഓൺ ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ, and the deceleration in food grain production is reflected in the result of growth of value of crop output. അപ്പം ഈ ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻസ് പ്രൊഡക്ഷനിൽ ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന കുറവ് എന്തിലും പ്രതിഫലിച്ചു? മൊത്തം ക്രോപ്പ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിനകത്തും പ്രതിഫലിച്ചു. ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻ്റെ പ്രൊഡക്ഷനും കുറഞ്ഞു. കാരണം മൊത്തം ക്രോപ്പ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിൻ്റെ 60% എന്താണ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നത്? നമ്മുടെ ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻസ് ആണ് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കൾട്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. 60% ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻസ് ആണുള്ളത്. അപ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ടും ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ കുറഞ്ഞപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് അത് എന്തിനകത്ത് റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്തു? നമ്മുടെ ക്രോപ്പ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂവിലും കുറവ് കാണിച്ചു. ഫുഡ് ഗ്രെയിൻ പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ്റെ വാല്യൂ കുറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ടും നമ്മുടെ ക്രോപ്പ് ഔട്ട്പുട്ടിൻ്റെ വാല്യൂവിലും കുറവ് കാണിക്കുകയാണ് ഉണ്ടായത്. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ ഇത്രയാണ് പ്രധാനമായിട്ടും നമുക്ക് അഗ്രികൾച്ചർ ഗ്രോത്തിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയാനുള്ളത്. ഇതിൻ്റെ ബാക്കി ഭാഗങ്ങൾ ഞാൻ അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിലേക്ക് പറയുന്നതായിരിക്കും. കേൾക്കുക, സംശയങ്ങൾ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ചോദിക്കുക.